This is a video for parents and students of Mrs. Strauss's Precalculus class to see how we're going to access the modules starting on April 20th. So I'm already logged into Canvas and I'm on my dashboard. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to open Precalculus. And on the left side, I'm going to open modules. And you will see that there's the week 1 Unit 5 module. So the first thing you'll see under this module is a discussion board that says math questions for Mrs. Strauss. So I'm just going to open that up to show you what it is. And that's a discussion board I've created for you to post any questions you have about the material. You can take a picture and upload it if the math is too hard to type. You can do that from your phone. I tried it out. It works great. And the purpose of this discussion board is also, if you have a question, to check here to see if someone else already had it, and maybe I've already answered that question. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the module. One thing you need to know about these modules is that I have them paced so that you can't skip around. You have to do them in order. I also want to remind you that this is my view, this is teacher view, so yours is going to look a little different. I have to record the video in teacher view because if I'm in student view, you can't see any of this yet. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the overview. And the overview is going to tell me that in this unit, I'm going to learn about matrices. And you are, of course, free to read that. And at the bottom, there's a little thing that says next. So I'm going to click it. Now I see the objectives for this week. And I'm going to read through those on my own. And then I'm going to click next. And that's going to take me to the agenda. The agenda is going to tell me everything I'm going to do in this unit. So you see I have my objectives. The first thing I'm going to do is a travel data discussion. Then I'm going to take some notes, and I'm going to get into that in a minute and watch a video. And then after I take notes and watch a video, of course, it's math class. We're going to have practice. These practice assignments are going to be your homework. You are going to submit these online. We'll get into that later. And then finally, it's math class. We're going to take a quiz. So now that I know what we're doing this week, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do as a student is read through this discussion on travel data. And it's a cute little problem. And I want to point out that you are allowed to use a calculator for all of this. It's not as bad as you think it's going to be, I promise. I'm going to read through this travel data. And I've got 2 questions to answer. I want to make sure I answer both of them. It says directions to respond to this post. There's a reply button down here. Please reply. Do not send me a video. My son uses the video option, but he's 9. Everyone is going to type their reply. And once you go ahead and type your reply again to these 2 questions, you're going to hit next. Now, I can do these out of order because I'm the teacher, but it's not going to let you go into the lesson until you've completed the discussion. So what I have is a video, and what's really nice is there's a capture sheet. And if I open the capture sheet, looks like this. Oh, there it is. And I can print this, or what I can do is if I want to write on it, like I can just type in it. I can tile my windows. Let's see if I can get that to work. Whoop. If I go like 1, 2, I can like watch the video in one window. See, here's the video. I can watch the video in one window and I can type in the other window. That's one option. Of course, you can always print the notes and just write in them. You can also honestly, and this is something my own kids have been doing. I have a 6th grader and a 3rd grader, and they honestly, when they get these notes, they have a notebook and they just write them down. And that seems to be working just fine. Because once you get out of the definitions and there's actual math to do, it's a little awkward to type. So you're going to watch the video. You're going to take notes. I've watched the video. It's very clear. It's very good. If you have any notes as you're watching the video, or I'm sorry, you have any questions, write them down, and then we can address them in the discussion board or on Wednesday when we have office hours. So when you're done with the video, you're going to go to next. And you have homework. You have this practice assignment. So this is going to open up in a new window when you click it. There you go. And I have a Khan Academy practice on adding and subtracting matrices. And this is very interactive. It's going to check your work And then when you're all done, let's see if I can get this to come down. No, not really. There is going to be a summary sheet at the end of this practice. I'm not going to go through the whole practice because like I'm not, but like you can see it says do 4 problems. You'll do the 4 problems, you'll check them, and then there is a summary page at the end. Don't close the window. Because what I'm going to need you to do so I know you did the homework is you are going to take a screenshot of the summary page. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, you just press Control and then it's like the switch windows button. It's above the 6. It looks like a rectangle with 2 lines on the right side. Or you can print screen, or if you're on a regular, device, you know how to use the snipping tool. You can do that. And then what you're going to do is you are going to submit. And again, this is teacher view, so I don't see a submit option here. But you are going to submit that file, and that's how I'm going to know you completed the homework on adding and subtracting matrices. Then you're going to go, and there's another homework on scalar multiplication. Again, you're going to open this up in a new window. You're going to go through the problems. You're going to screenshot or snip the summary page. And then when you hit next, it's going to ask you to do a file upload of that screenshot or of that snipped window. When you are done with the homework, there is a quiz. So now again, this is teacher view. This is not student view. So you're going to have this quiz, and you'll see it is a graded quiz. It's worth 8 points. And you'll see that you have 2 attempts. So you kind of have your like built-in retake. The first time you take this quiz, it's going to show you if you got things wrong. Then you have a second option to take it. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to hit preview. That's what we're going to do this week. Then we've got part 2. So there's a second part. You keep going. And now we have matrix multiplication, and it's going to pretty much follow the same thing. We're going to have a discussion. The notes are in the first set of notes that you already printed. You're going to watch the video on matrix multiplication. You're going to do homework. You're going to take another quiz. This is what we are going to do for the week of April 20th to the 24th in Precalculus. If you have any math questions, again, I want to show you. If I go up here to discussions, you'll see there's our math questions from Ms. Strauss. You are welcome to type in your questions there, or you can come to office hours on Wednesday. I hope this video helped you figure out what we're going to be doing next week in Precalculus.